Another good evening to all our poker enthusiasts, fellow players, poker fans, fans of the Metro Card Club, and of poker in the Philippines in general. You're watching the 500K Weekend Special edition of a Weekend Special. Even bigger than usual. 500K was the guaranteed prize pool. We have 758,000 in the total pot, so I think we got that covered. And we are on tonight with some real big names in the local industry in this final table. We'll get to know them as we go along. You look now, Yat Xavier, already on your screen. You see the return of Trifi Montebon to the Weekend Special final table. Philippine Poker Tour champ, Michael De Leon in seat 1. It's going to be a colorful evening. Jun Mondalo over there in seat 7. And Mike Manlapas in seat 9. We're kicking things off. The final 9 players out of 379 runners. They managed to squeeze this into their schedule despite the Philippine Poker Millions already ongoing with day 1 qualifiers at a poker club in the eastern part of Metro Manila. We are in the western part of Metro Manila, live streaming to you from the Metro Card Club in Pasig City, Philippines. Local time is 9:14 p.m. and we are a bit delayed. I am Coach Ron, by the way, covering for Chester Insha, who is minding his own business tonight, but it's always good business when he's not around. Good for me. I get to cover this alone for the next 6 hours. Let's jump into the action so far. No real confrontations early on. We are at level 24, 30 minutes per level here. Just started this level. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000 with a 20,000 BB ante, and you can see the standings there. Lakay, that is Michael De Leon in the chip lead with 1.7 million, and Jasper Borsena coming in second. And for those of you who aren't that old in the industry, you might not know Lakai's one of the OGs, been dormant for a while, but then came out firing after a leave of absence, and he came back. Our most recent win was a first place finish last April at the Philippine Poker Tournament here at the Metro Card Club, among a slew of other cashes. He is a top 100 player, and he is at the final table treat us tonight. Meanwhile, Michael Manlapas, one of the shorter stacks with 620K, is limping in from the +1 with Queen 8 of Diamonds. We're going to see Michael kind of take his cash game approach to the tourney. He does pretty well. He knows how to navigate without necessarily raising every time he comes in. So he tries that limp there. It's folded around. And of course, JM, Jun Mondalo, is going to get a free look at this flop. He checks his option. King 4 Jack. Pretty good. For Michael and Lapas, you play a suited hand, you want to flop the flush draw, and he does it, he bets on it. Minimum bet there. Trying to get Jun Mandala interested here, trying to build a pot. But it's good enough to take it down. Michael Manlapas will take down 50,000 there. What do we know about Mike Manlapas? I know I've been playing poker with him since it came out, since the only place to play was in Airport Casino Filipino, and he was one of the original grinders. Grinded the hours promos there as a cash game player, and has since really never left the scene. Latest cash, a third place finish at the APPT Manila just last July, barely a month ago. Folded to Lakay in the +1, Jack 10 of diamonds, interesting hand. And he's going to raise it up to 55,000. Remember, the blinds are 10,000, 20,000. A little more than a click raise there. You have Jimmy Yacht Xavier holding that one. And Trifi Montebano in the dealer button. A lot of diamonds tonight this early. Not going to see play there. Jun Mandala folds a small blind with a weak ace. And Jasper will not play. Jasper's got that Poker Explorer look going on tonight. For those of your fans of Davao City's favorite explorer will know who I'm talking about. Shout out to John King, who joins us on the stream. Batang Metro champion in the stream. And of course, watching from the Pitan City. Shout out Tita's Corner at that JC. Rest of bar. Been to the Pitan City maybe once. Looked for a game, couldn't find one. A shout out to you, Carl Balestero from the Pitan City. Back to the action. Lakai's under the gun with King 10 off. I hope you hear the table sounds pretty loud in my ears. It sometimes doesn't come through to the stream. So let us know if you're not hearing the sounds from the table, which adds so much color to these live streams. And we'll see what we can do about it. Lakai, second raise in a row, this time under the gun. King 10 off. Triffy is going to call 55,000. Now, those of you new to the stream, the white chips are 5,000. Pink chips are 50,000. And those gray chips are 10,000. Jasper King Queen calls along as Triffy started a small cascade of callers. Into the flop we go. Lakai is dominated by Jasper, but nobody hits, and now we play poker. Jasper checks to the razor. Lakai in a three-way has absolutely nothing, so he will continue the action and try to take this down. Can Triffy float with ace high? Pretty strong move for Lakai, betting into two people with abandon. Not quite reckless abandon, but a little bit of abandon. And Jasper will find it very hard to float this one with king high out of position. Success for Lakai as we welcome Edgar Husayan to the stream, railing for June Mondalo. June Mondala, that's another top 100 player on the table tonight. And latest cash, a bunch of cashes this year, once a month. And some weekend specials, the Philippine Poker Tournament, most recently in April. Had a nice cash out there. Somebody asking for a bomb pot. The player with the widest range here might be Mike Manlapas, which means Lemmer and Lakai are in some pretty good seating positions as they get to ask after Mike. Kent Zamoro with ace four of hearts and a short stack, so he goes all in. Yeah, it's equally short stack with a better hand. This one plays itself. You know, I consider this a slow roll that he's not pushing right away. Oh, he was just waiting for Kent to finish his shove, and Yachts is in right behind him, dominating. And Kent's going to have to see a slew of hearts or a four needs to hit the board. He's in trouble right now. Let's see, the blinds are going to come in here. Well, Jasper, just because he can afford it, is going to try to... No, he will not. Not with 9-8. And Lakai with king 3 is not going to be in his hand. So, we table the card. Kent Zamoro has the ace 4 of hearts. Let's get the PD to his top here. It's all red, but it's all diamonds. Oh, that doesn't help. Nobody's flushing here. Yachts might hit a queen for a straight. Not really needs it. Does not really need to hit here. Uh-oh, a 5 and a 10 will chop this, and Kent will survive. 5 or 10, he survives, or he wins. It's the harmless little brick of a deuce, and Kent Zamoro is eliminated in 9th place. He did come in as the second shortest stack, but he's the first player out at this final table, and Yachts will be collecting his chip. Shout out to people just joining the stream on Facebook. Just so you know, we also stream on YouTube, and some people prefer watching on YouTube because they can scroll back. You can scroll the action back if you miss something. But watching the comments on Facebook. And shout out to Miko Lato and the man, the legend, Andrew Diocampo, also joining us on the stream. Good evening to all, and may I remind you kindly, I strongly suggest You share the stream, put the stream out on social media. Let's hit a lot of new people. New viewers means possibility of new players, and new players is what we always look forward to in our little community. Back to the action. Triffy. Will not play that one. Jun Mandala will play the King 9 of Hearts. Opens for click to 40,000. Well, he has now bought himself position. As the later positions have folded. Actually, everyone's folded. Jun Mandala takes this one down. Slugging it out in the midfield. Just below average stack. Right behind Yats, who does have average stack. Waiting for Luis Mangarin, gentleman in seat 5, to make a move. Blinds are coming to get him. I believe he's now under the gun, and he's got to make a move right now. He's got little more than 4 bigs, or under 5 big blinds. If he doesn't make a move now, he's paying the big blind and the big blind ante. That's about half his stack right there. So I expect he will take out the shoe polish, and it's time to shine for Louis. Louis or Louis? Hope I'm not murdering his name. There's an S out there, so it's Louis. Unless he's French. No shine! No glory yet for Louis. He will take a big blind and shell out a big blind ante in the next hand. That's gonna hurt. Meanwhile, we'll fold it around to Michael Manlapas with a queen 3 of clubs in the cutoff. This is good enough for him to enter. He loves these suited cards. Maybe loves is a strong word, but he certainly likes it enough to pump fake raise to 70,000. Okay, it's 60. I thought he picked up 70. But yeah, it's expected out of Michael Manlapas. Bit wider range than usual will make him tricky to play against. Wow, Lakai. It's adventure time with 6 deuce off suit as he calls on the button, trying to create a pot that he can take down with position. Or maybe it's just because he knows Michael's so wide that he tends to miss a lot of flops with his range, and Lakai looking to take this away. But then why not 3-bet though? Lemmer's got an interesting spot here. He can 3-bet or he can flat along. The hand plays well in a multi-way. It's, you know, a good fit or fold hand. King, Queen of Diamonds. Yats does not get sucked into this despite the massive odds given to 7-4 of Diamonds. Off to the flop we go. 3 ways this Sunday. And yes, guess who's ahead? It's Lakai who's paired his deuce, but something for everybody. Michael Manlapas, the racer, has initiative, has the flush draw, loves the flush draws. Lakai has hit the deuce enough for him to float, I believe. And Lemmer, a gut shot with 2 overs. I don't think he folds this easily. Worth calling or even check raising sometimes, as we have the check and a bet. Michael Manlapas checked his flush draw. Wonder what the plan is. It shall be revealed after Lemmer folds this. There you go. There you go. Of course it's a check shove. Given this move, even if Michael Manlapas, he's playing his cards face up. A guy with Lakai's experience knows this is what it looks like. A flush draw or even a massive combo draw. Because that's what check shoves these flops. You could have like Jack Queen of clubs, a nut flush draw, maybe a 10 of clubs and another club. These are the kind of hands. And Lakai is ahead of most of those draws except the hit with a draw combo. Well, Lakai wanted to float, but he did not want to flip, that's for sure. So, good plan by both gentlemen. Lakai was going to execute his float, but Michael had a counter to that. Great counter, check shove uncallable, and he takes it down. Quality play in that hand and quality fold by Lever Patulot. That's not an average fold there. A lot of players might not have gotten away from the 2 overs and a gut shot, but Lemmer understood that not only could he be sandwiched in that action, but his draws were kind of nerfed. They were gimped. He might hit his card, but it might be a club, so that's not a good draw. As we wait for the action of June Mandalo, we listen to some post hand queries that poker players like to get into. So June has opened to 45,000. June can get acrobatic sometimes. This is a blessing and a curse. But he's done well with that playing style, refined it over the years. You see him now here opening from early with King 8 offsuit. He's going to run into trouble. It's just a matter of how Yats wants to push back and how much. He's got pocket jacks in the small blind, and I keep saying players who 3-bet from the small blind get a lot of credit. So that's why it's also a good bluff spot, a good squeeze spot. But in this case, there is no squeeze really because there is no call queen. Flat calling with pocket jacks. He will be playing out of position against the known aggressive player, Jun Mandalo. Maybe Yats plans a few check calls here. Let's see the texture of the board. Clean. 8, 4, 3, 2 hearts on the board. Looks clean, I mean, for Yats. And looks clean also for Jun Mandalo. So both of them could be swinging at this flop. We're going to see a donk bet here. There is the donk bet betting into the razor, seeing that the flop looks safe. He is likely ahead. He will try to get value for his hand, and he gets Yep, he gets a flat call from Jun Mondalo, who has top pair. Good kicker. The board stays low, which is bad news for June. JM, of course. I call him by his full name. JM. Oh, good opportunity to check back here and protect your hand and try to get it to showdown cheap. Both of them trying to get the showdown cheap. No, I think Yats could have fired a value bet there. And he can fire another value bet here. None of the draws really completed. Not likely 5, 6, or Ace 5 is in the holdings of JM. So many other hands in his range that are going to pay him here. And the pros bet for value. And I think the way it's played out here, JM has to call. I love the check on the turn by Yats because then it makes his hand look drawy. The donk bet looks weak. The check looks even weaker. So now betting on the river looks like a bluff. JM has a bluff catcher, but he's actually been taken to value town. Great hand played by Yats there. Great choice of flatting, but also the texture helped him out. Everything was low. The ace would have shown up. He could have been bluffed out of that hand. So that's poker, though. You got to play the way the cards are laid on the table and see what you can do with it. Good evening, additional viewers, including some poker royalty in the house. Shout out to Yurid Rivera. And I hope you did well last night at the Philippine Poker Million qualifier over at the east side of Metro Manila. Jun Mandala, some very interesting things to say. And some jokes are half meant. But we will go back to this hand as he raises it once again from under the gun, this time with King Jack off. And where's Lewis in all of this? I think he's in the small blind with an insignificant amount of chips. Let's see if it's folded around to Lewis. If he's just going to take a stand with any two cards right now. Wow, he has committed himself to blinding out. But you know what? He gets through the small blind. He's dealt for free and doesn't have to pay an ante. But man, does he not have chips. Off to Triffy Montebon, who can flat this, really can defend or can 3-bet with this kind of hand in the big blind. Chooses the lower variance play. He's going to call. See the texture of the flop and see if he can play June the way Yats played it. Off to the flop we go. It is Triffy defending against June Mondalo. What a pretty flop for Triffy. Yep, that is it. He's got the gut shot, the nut flush draw. JM's just got that bottom hit with a gut shot. It's not great. It's a draw buster. But it doesn't stand to hold up. It's losing to a queen. It's losing to any ace that is hit. It's behind so many hands. Even if Triffy tables his cards and shows JM, it's so strong JM might still fold. Even if he was looking at Triffy's hand right now, knowing that Triffy hadn't hit anything. He perceives 12 outs. In reality, there's 9 because a few cards have been folded. But yeah, JM knows it's a flush draw, but it's not only a flush draw. He's got a gut shot to go with it. JM calls it. Great read by JM. But the odds might ever be in Triffy's favor. It's really close to 2 cards to come. You heard it. Triffy all in for his tournament life. He needs to hit that draw or chop with a 10. A king will not do it. A 9 will not do it. He needs... That's a chop. Triffy is now free rolling. If he hits a flush, he takes the whole pot. Anything else, he'll take half the pot. So he has officially survived his hand. And a free roll is a win for Triffy as he takes down this spot. Great read by JM, but like I said, a lot of pros would have known exactly what Triffy had in his hands, but folded anyway just because of the volatility of that situation. Triffy is never too far behind there, even at 57.43. That means he's tripled 43% of the time. So let's see how JM bounces back. Remember, something to remember for the newer players out there, and this needs to be said maybe a few times over before it finally makes sense. And here's what I'm going to say. In tournament play, the chips you lose are far more valuable than the chips you can win. You lose it all, you're out. You win half the table, guess what? The game's still on. So a lot of players are way more conservative, especially at the final table, as there are also ICM considerations. They want to have a stack to bargain with when that time comes. So Triffy has doubled up. JM has slid down, but no one is lower in the totem pole than Louis Mangarin, who is now on the button. Jasper opens to 9-10 of spades. And we got a series of folds. Look at the man with an almost invisible stack. Sees an ace, time to shine. All in for 40K. And this is a sad story because even if he doubles up, he has not really improved his standing. I think he waited too long to make a move. But this might be the start of a long hike back for Louis Mangarin. Let's wish him luck as he is certainly going to be up against at least Jasper and also JM. If JM comes along, all he has to do is call 40K. They got a nice little 40K side pot, and two of them get to try to bust Lewis and move up on the pay ladder. I think this should be a call for JM, but his stack's so small, he's just going to consider folding it. I mean, he had 600, 700,000. That I think that should have been a call. Turns out it's a good fold because his 9 is dominated and his clubs are dominated. So JM out of the hand is now ace high for Lewis. He is ahead, but he is at risk of busting here if the ace side doesn't hold up. So he doesn't really need to hit. He just needs red cards without a 9 or a 10. Watch it fold, and our TD will take over.
Luis Mangarin all in with ace-6 of clubs, followed by Jasper
There's
Lucena
Lewis
with
moving that.
10-9 spades. Let's see the flop.
The flop needs to be clean for Lewis. No! Filthy, filthy flop. He hits his ace that he didn't even need to hit. And now two pairs for Jasper, who hits the 9 and the 10.
This is the third card.
It couldn't be a worse outcome than this. Now he needs to hit another ace or another 6. There aren't many left in the deck, but if that's 3 pairs at the end, he will win with aces up. He needs ace 6 or 3, sir. A 3 will be good for Lewis. Give it to him. Wrong card pairs. It's a full house for Jasper. And Lewis is eliminated. Man, by the sound of my voice, you'd think there was a big pot. It was a tiny pot, as Lewis had only 40K in that hand. But more importantly, now that he's out, there's 7 players left. Everyone moves up the pay ladder and closer to that big 6-digit payday waiting for the top finishers. 379 entered this Metro Weekend Special Edition 500K guaranteed. 379 and only 7 are left. And these 7, couple of top 100 players there. Let's see, you got Lakay top 100, Lemur top 100. You got June Mandala top 100. Action resumes. And please share the stream. Share the link on YouTube or the link on Facebook, wherever you may be watching. And let's get some new eyeballs on this sport we love. Because we know how to get into poker. All you need to do is watch a poker tournament. And within a few days, you might end up at the Metro Card Club wanting to try it yourself. The game is that easy to learn. 2 minutes to learn and a lifetime of bad beats to endure. Off we go to a new deal. See on your screens, Yats on the left, Trippy in the middle, JM, June Mandala on the right, Michael Manlapas, bottom right. You can barely see Lemur and Lakay, bottom left. What a cast of characters. Jasper also. Should be on your screen somewhere.
One race. 55. 55. 55. 2-4.
The guy likes playing these small cards. He's open from under the gun with 7-5 of diamonds.
6-4, 7-4.
That is not the top of his range.
9-4.
This is near the top of Michael Manlapa's range. DJ Mike in the big blind with a hand that definitely can defend and, in fact, can strike back if he chooses to play that way.
10
He will
flat.
just flat this one. It will be a little bit hard to play out of position. A lot of overcards can show up that fit Lakai's racing range. And that's one of them, the king, but the other two are pretty safe. I think Mike can take one check call here. Or if he eliminates the king from Lakai's range somehow, he could go for check raise and put an end to this right here, right now. It's a gut shot, meanwhile, for Lakai. You gotta bet that.
10 bet 40,000.
It's not strong enough of a draw to take a free card with, so you want to put some aggro on it and give yourself two ways to win. But as we
10
said,
race 100.
the check race, DJ Mike has decided that his namesake, Mike Lakai's first name is also Michael, by the way. Everyone wanna be like Mike, but Lakai will hold on to his gut shot, withstanding the check raise. Can DJ Mike fire on a turn if it's an innocent card? That is innocent. Does not complete any draws. This should be a nice big fat follow-up from Michael. He cannot follow through and Lakai can take this away. If Michael's playing for a showdown, Lakai should prevent him from getting there. Again, there's not a lot of outs to the gut shot, so taking a free card isn't really improving your chances of winning by that much.
10 bet
I like the
25.
bet here. That's a problem with check raising, guys. You check raise and check the next street, you're gonna get play.
River card.
So Michael, I think, has gone into check call mode. Can he take another barrel here? Lakai can fire, and he will fire close to the size of whatever Mike's got left. Lakai has no showdown value, zero, zilch, nil, nada. And here is a blocker. Looks like a bet fold line for Michael Manlapas if Lakai can piece it together.
One fold.
Great decision by DJ Mike there, leading out. If he checked and Lakai shoved, that would have been a really tough spot. So both guys really making a play for that pot. They both had their shots at it. Pretty good shots. But in the end, not enough gas for Lakai, and DJ Mike took the fight away from him on that river. He chips up. Yeah, they say they will watch this because they know, in case you don't, that this live stream is 20 minutes delayed for security purposes. And hold the phone under the gun, Lemmer Patulat with a short stack, 10 bigs, less than 10 bigs to his name with pocket queens. You're gonna split his stack into three and bet a third of it? Nah, just stick the whole thing in there and leave a little bit. He's virtually all in. He didn't put everything in.
50. 4 fold.
I love that he's under the gun because it looks desperate. It looks like Lemmer is shoving a really wide range of ace X and king X, but in fact he's got a premium hand. Hoping it gets called lightly by one of the gentlemen in the blinds. Lakai, that would be too light, way too light to call with 8 deuce off. So Lemmer makes the absolute minimum with his premium hand there. A little bit disappointing, but better than busting out. And he buys himself another round of blinds and antes. Bliss Rushta is watching. Where do I know that name from? Good evening. Welcome to the stream. You're watching the Metro Weekend Special 500K guaranteed. Final day, final table. Next week's streams are gonna be big. The Philippine Poker Millions coming up in this coming long weekend. 50 million peso prize pool. That's easily a 10 million peso first place prize in cash for the
Four fold.
deserving player. So stay tuned to the Metro social media pages. Keep track of that action in
Fold
case you're not in it
seven.
yourself.
Right, Sunday Hustle dealers.
Hold around the Jasper 9
Sunday
8
Hustle
off
players, good luck. Dealers,
in the
good luck.
cutoff.
Nine race.
Really
60
giving
bucks.
me the Bogart vibes.
10 fold. One
He's
fold.
open in the cutoff out of principle because it's folded to him. Can Lemmer defend? If he's playing this, he's only playing this one way, and that is to re-steal.
Two
Cannot pick
folds.
up
Two folds. Sorry.
that pot, so he decides to fold. Jasper in the lead now with 1.5 million total chips after he busted Lewis and after Lakai had a little bit of a bleed from duking it out with Michael. How many total chips in play? 5.68 million? Thereabouts. 5.7 million chips in play. So Jasper's got about a quarter of that.
Six fold. Seven fold.
Jiffy doubled up earlier, but you wouldn't know it from the
Nine race.
shortness of it.
60,000.
Stack Jasper. It's folded to him again. This time he's got a suited dead man's hand. He raises it to 60,000. The blinds are up to 10K, 25K with 25K BB ante. DJ Mike calls 60K flatting from the cutoff. Lakai might come along here.
One
It
call.
seems to be a protected pot
Two fold.
unless someone wants to squeeze. Nobody does. Three players see the flop. Lakai gets the set mine with pocket fours. Jasper is the racer in the lead, but with a worse position. 7-8 Jack. Michael Malapas has the almighty flush draw. Jasper's hit the middle pair, and Lakai has missed his set.
Ten
I
check.
expect Michael to play this really aggressive if Lakai so much as bets here. So nobody bets. Everyone gets a free card. Free flush for Michael Malapas. Got to figure out how he's going to get paid now.
Nine bet 60.
Jasper decides to bet his eight. No. I like flatting here. If you click it back, maybe Jasper calls, but flatting here and getting Lakai to call also makes the same amount of money. Flatting here and getting Lakai to squeeze makes a whole lot more money.
One call.
Lakai not giving up. He now has a 4 high flush draw to go with his set mining. He needs a black 4. Does not come, but now one card just straight on the board. Not that it worries Michael,
Nine
but
check.
it might kill his action. Any other brick, Jasper might check call with that pair of eights, but this texture now, I think Michael's got to go for a big bet,
Ten
close to the
check.
size of the pot. You swing for defense. Either someone has a 10 and they call you, or nobody has anything and they fold, so might as well go for a big one. He's going for a mid-sized bet. I like the pot size bet better, actually. Also looks bluffy, and against a chip leader, it will look like a juicy bluff catch. That's all he's got right now. It's a bluff catcher, a pair of eights, no diamond in hand, no 10 in hand. I think Michael went bigger instead of making it look like a value bet, might make it look like a bluff if he'd have gone about 400K there. He takes it down nonetheless. Also missed putting some chips in play on the flop there to build for his eventual flush, but he did try to check. If he was trying to check raise, it whiffed. Shout out to Zeus Sigismundo, joining us on the stream. Says good luck. Railing for Lakai. 7 players remain. You can hardly see Jasper and his Australian Outback hat on the right of your screen, just off screen. He is the chip leader.
Hindi kailangan tumama, no? Yung board lang daw maganda, hindi may sinabihan niya eh. May stock ka naman. May stock.
And here you see an example of table talk that is so common if you pay attention to poker players.
Baliktad eh. Ano, wag kumol.
After a hand that they bluffed, they usually talk about having it, and after a hand that they had it, they usually talk like they bluffed it. So that's what Michael's doing right now. Trying to convince the guys he just used the board texture to bluff,
9-10 to, di ba?
but he actually had the second nut flush.
9, raise
Jasper, ace 9 of hearts. If you raise ace 8, he's raising ace 9, although they are not much stronger. Makes it 60,000 again.
1 fold, 2 fold,
Lemmer will not call with a 5-3 of clubs, not with his tiny chip stack. Yachts
4
will
fold.
not make a move in the small blind, so it's up to Triffy, who can defend with Queen Jack of Hearts from the big blind. 35K to call. He's got 390 behind. Got to call about 9% of his stack. It's callable.
6 call, heads up.
There we go. Into the flop we go. And for Triffy Montebon's sake, I hope there are no hearts. There are no hearts. Even better, he's hit the queen for top pair good kicker. And he's going to check to the razor, try to capture a continuation bet here. It's an okay texture to see bet on. 1 high card, 2 low ones. Not smashing into his range. But you got to balance it out, stay active. I like the same size bet. Easy to get away from if Triffy wakes up with some kind of check raise, but it's so safe here. It's such an orphan board. Check calling should be the play, but Triffy's going to check raise this one
1,
and try to get more value for his queen. I'm not sure what he imagines is going to call here that he can beat. So essentially, he has turned his hand into a bluff, as I don't see. It's very thin value. He's getting called by Queen 10, maybe. But the rest of Jasper's possible holdings
9 fold.
cannot call this. And so Triffy has just ended the pot and taken it down there. I'm just looking at this. This is a top 7-player final table we have left here. No shortage of experience from anybody. Let me take a moment here to try to find Jasper Ursena's rap sheet.
Nine fold.
There we go. Jasper Ursena would be
10 fold.
have the least amount of experience here, having just
Fold.
a few cashes to his name. Recent one in March, a weekend special 700K edition, close to the bubble finish.
Six raise. 6
Best Live Cash came 2 years ago in an RVS Cup, and I think he will be very well be going for his best cash tonight. Talking about Jasper Ursena. Needs to smash that 30K limit, and he will have the best cash of his young career. Meanwhile, Triffy has raced blind versus blind. Love this because JM has garbage, but he's not going to give up. This is the
Fold.
blessing and the curse that JM is able to play that hand sometimes, and it doesn't always work. That time he took the prudent path, folded 3-2 offsuit, and score one for Triffy. New deal here. 12 minutes to go in level 25, but the blinds are still 10,000, 25,000 with a 25,000 BB ante. Even 9-4 is too ugly for DJ Mike to play. But King 10 Lakai can raise, and he does.
55.
Has been very active while he has a chip lead. He understands that he needs to use those chips like bullets in a war. Gotta keep firing. Raised to 55,000, and Yachts has 55 in his hand, pocket fives. Blame him for folding this. It's a weird
Four
spot.
fold.
Being in the cutoff, stack size is too big to go nuts with a 3-bet there. And hand is might be too weak.
Six fold.
Call and play post flop.
Seven
Fold it
fold.
round to the blinds. Jasper will
Nine
defend
call.
with AC deucey of hearts.
Heads up.
After the flop we go. Jasper defending his big blind against the racer Lakai. Jasper is actually ahead with ace high, but the flop changes things. It does not. Gives Lakai a gut shot.
Nine check.
Jasper now has top pair, no kicker.
One bet 50,000.
Said top pair, no picker. Lakai with a C bet.
Nine call.
And the check call, which is the line you take when you are way ahead or way behind, as Jasper would perceive himself to be. Well, now he's way ahead as he has hit his kicker
Check.
and now has aces up. Lakai only has a gut shot, and this might be the more sizable follow through, closer to the size of the pot.
One bet.
And if this doesn't work, he will be shutting it down. Unless Jasper himself shuts it down here with a check raise. 180 is the air ball second barrel from Lakai. Jasper puts him on ace king, ace jack. He can check raise for value here. But I guess he puts Lakai on nothing and he decides to check call Lakai into oblivion. If the river does not improve, Lakai might have to shoot another.
Nine check.
Oh no, counterfeit city. Lakai can take it down with a 6 pairing. It makes the deuce have 0 value. Jasper now has ace, a pair of aces only, and he's possibly only hoping to chop against another ace. Lakai's got to make this one mean it. It's got to be close to 400. He needs to make this matter, as the ace he is representing is now ahead. Jasper might call to chop and be surprised that he's going to win. He thinks it's chop or lose, but he's actually going to win this one.
Nine call.
That queen on the flop, kicking for his ace, gives him the courage to call. It was chop or win. He was actually a win. Once the cards were tabled, he realizes Lakai never had an ace. The problem when you barrel in position, if you're unimproved in the river, you're almost obligated. Fire that third one, and a lot of poker players have picked up that more often than not, when it goes 3 barrels, that third one has a lot of bluffs in it.
Ace king na lang kalaban. Lumayo eh. Gusto ko wag magpera.
His normal hands with showdown value, even 2 pairs will fire 2 shots and check the river back and try to get the showdown. So
Gusto ko lumayo. Ahead pala siya.
a 3-barrel line
Pala siya sa
that is trying desperately not to get the showdown is kind of sus and gets called by the more astute players.
Gusto ko siyang balikan doon, kaso sabi ko, baka pumares, ano, pumares na. Diamonds ba yung king din? Diamonds yung king.
Nice pickup by Jasper.
Para.
That called Lakai into oblivion there and builds upon his chip lead.
Dynamite. Sumushot. Yung
Lakai's got to slow it down now. He doesn't have as many chips as he started the final table with.
Fold.
And he's going to have to take a gear change, maybe take 5 in the penalty box for that one.
draw flash daw siya.
Yachts folded to him in the hijack, King 10 of diamonds. Like to see him open this one.
Raise 50.
That's a click race to 50,000. The blinds are 1025.
6 fold.
JM suited King 7, but more importantly, he has the button. But his stack is so short,
7
he
fold.
might need a better spot, and he's looking really to just shove free. Good thing he didn't have anything there, because here comes Jasper with ace queen off in the small blind.
9 raise. 210.
Makes it 210,000. That's the optimal play from the small blind with that hand. DJ Mike cannot cold call a bet and a raise from those two, regardless of his suited ace hand. And for Yachts, this might be end of the road. 160K to call. He'll be out of position. Well, he will be in position in this 3-bet pot. But the thing is, Jasper has so many chips, he can fire on any flop and put a lot of pressure on Yachts. Too much pressure if Yachts misses the flop.
4 fold.
And that is why that is the optimal move from the small blind. You will take this win rather than risk missing the flop and getting caught in a funky place. Yes, we're closing in on the 2 million mark.
Tawag, pare na. Ace king lang yung ano niya, ace king lang yung tawag ito, pinaiba na ako.
Correct. He would have called all in. I guess he would have only losing the ace king in that pot. Also losing the ace queen, of course. Then we're under the gun. The shadow of the blinds looming large behind him. Coming to consume him in the next hand. Does he want to make a move here? Nope. Yachts with pocket fours. Blinds also coming to get him, but he does have a more middling stack. Pocket fours. Pocket fives, he folded to a raise. Pocket fours, you can open with a raise.
Six fold.
What are we waiting for here? Get a rag and put some glow on it. It's time to shine. And with a stack this size, really already raised 50,000. June is just Hollywooding to look weak. I think it might have looked weaker if he had just shoved sooner.
Fold.
But then 200K, it's callable. Maybe Yachts wants to try to take him out. Lakai Ace Jack gets out of the way. Respect for the ranges. Yachts wishing the stack was smaller. He would certainly call another 100.
200.
But 150 is kind of pushing it. He's only ahead of Ace X in that range. And even then, he's only flipping. Against a bigger pair, he is crushed. That is what it looks like when a poker player is visualizing the entire range that he could be up against. How many hands can he beat versus how many hands are crushing him, how many hands he's flipping against. And it doesn't look good for the pocket fours. JM can open shove, a weaker range, but to shove over Yachts' raise, that is pretty strong. Correct. Fold by Yachts. And JM shows the queens to set up a bluff on a later hand, perhaps. So JM chips up a little bit. And it is now on Lemmer Patula, the shortest stack on the table, now posting a big blind and a big blind ante, 50,000 out of his stack before a hand is even dealt. Test of patience
Iyak na ako.
with a short stack.
Bakit po?
Nag-isipan mo.
Pinagdudahan mo pa ako. Kwenta na yung nilagay mo.
Hindi ko nakita.
Ay,
Paubos
big
na pala.
blind na lang ata ako.
Hindi ko nakita, paubos na.
Pwede flip. Wala ka rin queen.
4-fold.
You got a fold and tricky.
4.
Doesn't look like he has much.
Oh, 6-fold.
Our RFID is going to catch up in a bit and show you the cards. In the meantime, we know that the action's been folded to June Mandala,
7 yung action, 6-fold.
who just waiting for him to act. 8 deuce offsuit. Remember when he showed the queens? And we think it's for him to set up a bluff on a later hand. Could this be the later hand? I think it's too soon. But he really wants to do something here. The only thing he can do with this stack though is shove.
Blind sa pin. Magti-30-30 si TV. Nakaganti man lang ako. Pag tinignan doon sa
Jasper has the tips to raise any two cards if it's folded.
Oo nga, magko-comment na naman yun si si Ron Regis.
I certainly would have commented. Would have been fun if JM raised 8 deuce offsuit, sir.
Laban na tayo.
Limmer cannot find a hand. And Jasper really timing that, understanding that Lemmer is in fight or flight mode and
Walis katapon ako.
putting pressure on him.
Ngayon ba sinabi? Kanina mo
Kaya lang ito
sinabi.
ng idea.
This is why we love to watch June Mandala because there's always the potential for fireworks, behind the back pass, 360-degree layup. Got all the moves.
Lines up na tayo next time.
Okay, this hand still plays at 10,000, 25,000. Yachts in the big blind. Jam with Jack 6.
7-fold.
Blinds will be up next hand.
9 raise, 90.
Folded to him, and the hijack Jasper will keep raising. If nobody opens, he will open. He'll keep doing it until he gets 3-bet. Lemmer and Yachts under pressure, being in the blinds. Lemmer cannot play, but will be relieved to take the button in the next hand. So, 2 uncontested pots in a row for Jasper.
Lines up, 15-30.
Hit the 2 million mark with his nickel and dime plays, gaining 2-3 yards at a time. Well, Yachts and Triffy in the blinds, so that means our boy June Mondalo is under the gun. Second shortest stack on the table. He's sitting on 10 BBs as the blinds have gone up to 15,000, 30,000, with a 30,000 BB ante. If he doesn't chip up here, he's going to lose 60,000 in the next hand. Not going to lose. We're going to force to pay it before being dealt. So, strongly consider making a move here.
7,
But the hand is not great.
9-fold.
And now it's folded to Lakai in the cutoff. He's opened a lot worse than 9-6 offsuit. It's a positional and situational play. And Lakai is going to make that
7.
play. Triffy can
2 fold.
defend with the stack that he has. Yats
4
cannot,
fold.
being in the small blind. So, Triffy with an ace in hand and a napkin in the other. 40K to call. Getting 3.521 on his money. But such a useless side card. That deuce is really making it harder for him.
6 raise.
Well,
1
if your
7.
hand is too weak to call, consider a raise. The Triffy a 3-bet to 170. Let's see if Lakai gets sticky here. He can call and retain position. And if his hand hits something funky, Triffy will never see it coming. The Triffy's range is a lot stronger than the ace deuce. I mean, his perceived range. Lakai's going to hang on here, try to spike something, or take this away in a later street. The thing is,
1
the
5.
pot is bloated to 385K, pretty much SPR1 for Triffy. He's only got 420. Expect maybe a small follow here and all in on the turn if Triffy hits anything. Now pressure on Triffy. If he checks this, Lakai takes it away. He must bet. Even 40, 50,000, he must bet.
6 bet.
Betting here, forcing Lakai to float with 9 high if he wants a shot at the pot.
1 fold.
Trippy has made it look like, remember it's a 3-bet pot, that if Lakai calls this bet, he's all in on the next street. And that is why Lakai cannot float because Trippy's not deep enough to outplay on Turner River play.
Gamit ko yung linya niya eh.
Nice follow-up by Triffy. He chips up to 800,000 there. Great defense of the big blind. Against, maybe they're on to Lakai. They have been playing for a few days. Maybe they're on to his ranges.
Gaya.
Lakai might want to do a gear change and go legit for a while. I mean, stealing from late position usually profitable, but flatting 3-bets, not as much. Okay, remember I said he should go legit for a while? How's this for legit?
1
Lakai opens again from the hijack, and it's going to look like a steam race. That's what he's hoping. Lemmer, oh my goodness, Lemmer has a hand he might want to go with. It's such a dilemma. Lakai's already raised to 60,000. Lemmer knows he's going to get called if he shoves, and that's not really the plan. When you have pocket force, you don't want to get called. You just want to take the pot away. Lakai's raised to 60, hoping June Mandala will defend his big blind, and he will defend quite wide.
6 fold.
Also hoping June maybe loses his mind here. Lakai has been bleeding from repeated attempts at the pot. This time he's got something. I think Jun Mandala can only shove here or fold. So he folds. Lakai wins the minimum. I wonder if he shows. He will not show the aces. And Lakai swimming in the midfield, trying to swim upstream there. Started the final table as a chip leader.
Parang lamang pa yung 9-5.
Ito yung time.
Dito mo ibigay. Pamilyado rin kami. Mga hasindero pa yung pinagbibigyan. Hindi comes tayo dati ah.
Noon sila si Boss.
Ah, you gotta love Jun Mandalo. Still looking at Jasper. We see Mike Manlapas's hand. He's under the gun. He's
10
first to
fold.
act. Queen Jack of clubs
1 call.
opens with a limp. Lakai will limp along. No stack too short for Lakai to come in limping. And now they're going to get squeezed. I think all in should be the best play here for Yachts, or at least make it 200. This is enough dead money to take down. And if Michael so happens to be limping to shove, Yachts has pretty good hand to take that
Score
flip
is
with.
110.
Only 110. So
6
maybe
fold.
Yachts has figured 110 is enough to take it down.
7 fold.
Pretty sure he'd rather not get called.
9 fold.
I think though this is callable for DJ Mike. He's got a hand that plays so well on the boards that it hits. So he's coming along, and Lakai's going to get
10
dragged
fold.
into this. I don't know. Another 80K with only 310 behind. Might be better off thinking shove or fold here. It is very speculative if he should spend 80K to come in here and leave himself 230. He's going to do it. He only has 230 behind. If he whiffs on this flop, he'll be a short stack with nowhere to go. But if he so much as hits an inch of it, he's going all the way. So it's a whiff. And the best hand, it's still Yachts, but the most promising hand now belongs to DJ Mike. He's got options. He can check shove.
10
He
check.
can donk.
1 check.
Lakai really has no option here. He's stuck between two players who might have something. Yachts will have to follow up here. Chips are getting short. He's fired 110 pre. Might have to fire a similar size bet here.
130.
130 is the follow up. I think Michael just puts him all in here. If he flats and misses, it'll be a horrible way to fold.
10 all.
Yes,
1
DJ
fold.
Mike plays his flush draw. The optimum way there, maximum pressure, as most raising hands not named Ace King miss this flop. Awesome move by DJ Mike. Yachts still has way too many chips to lose his mind and call here. Not a club in hand, not a draw in sight. And DJ Mike takes that.
Ganda naman ang board na naman.
Save speech for DJ Mike. Pretending to use the board, but he actually had a hand.
1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Got ourselves a dealer change, reminding you you're watching the weekend special 500K guaranteed. Final table. Final 7 players, already lost 2 earlier. And this is live streaming from the Metro Card Club in Pasig City, Philippines. Shout out to our new viewers. And I do agree with Sir Jason Robert Liren. Puro dragon yung final table. This final 7 is not easy to navigate. No soft spots on this final 7. Maybe if you just look at experience, then maybe Jasper might be your pick. But you can't pick on the guy who's the chip lead, can you? So everybody looking good here. But of course, it's Lemor Lakay and Jun Mondalo sharing a bunk bed on the bottom. As you see the short stacks there, Lakay has to fold under the gun. Lemmer, time to shine. He has nary 4 big blinds here. Ace 10 can't ask for much better than this. Fold it to him. Broadway card in hand. Yeah, this one plays itself. It's just a matter of can he take this down or does he need to earn it? Sometimes you want to get called because you want to double up, but most of the time you just want to take it down. He is going to get called and dominated by Jun Mondalo, who has ace king offsuit. He dominates Lemmer's ace 10. He also out chips him. He can eliminate him there. Just two hands that play themselves, and the rest will be up to the board as soon as Jasper and Mike get out of the way. Now that they are out of the way, we can see the situation. Lemmer Patulat is the shorter stack with the worst hand. His tournament life is at risk right now. We're gonna get the TD over to whip up some drama.
Ano yan? May announcer ba? Lord!
Announcer.
Answer.
Wow, they just called the floorman, the tournament director, the announcer.
All in all.
Dude got demoted.
Right, we have a pre-flop all in. Lemur goes
There,
all in with
huh.
ace of diamonds and ten
Bro
of
got called an
spades. And
announcer.
Jun Mondalo with ace of spades and king of diamonds. You see the flop? Flop is
No,
back.
a little bit of drama. It's a gut shot now. Lemmer can win with a 10 or make a
Lemur
straight
mixes
with a
jack
jack.
with a 10 to save this tournament.
More outs than he hoped
Third
for. He
card,
started with three, now has six outs. Just doubled his
third
outs
card
after the
has
flop.
seven.
A nothing little
How
six
many outs ah?
It's a double belly.
now has nine outs. He has a double belly. Started with three, got six, nine outs. Boom! Chakalaka! Lemmer survives. Jun Mondala is down to 90,000.
Ginawa mo sa akin
Runner,
kanina.
runner, one card straight for the dominated hand. That is a pro run out for you.
Grabe no.
And wow, Jun Mondalo thought he was moving everyone up the pay ladder by taking care of Lemur. Everything is flipped. And Jun Mondalo is now on the outside looking in, and that is the face of WTF happened.
Online lang, natatalo ang ano. Ahead.
PP poker lang eh, no? Runner, one card. Pag ahit ka, talo ka.
Anyone who ever felt that online poker is rigged has obviously not played enough live poker to know that this stuff hits the fan online or offline. And Lemmer has chipped up to 365k under the gun to take a break here. Mandala has three big blinds. If it's so much as open before him, he cannot move. But if it's not open and the action gets him unopened, he will go with almost any two cards. He can wait though because it's a BB format, but this is the opportunity. I mean, any other hand, it might be raised before it gets to him, and then he won't be able to move. He knows he's gonna get insta-called by the player in the big blind, although that player is Lakai with also a short stack. Yeah, not easy to resist temptation, but Mandala is gonna wait for one more hand. You're gonna see a little Mike on Mike action as Michael Manlapas in the small blind and Michael De Leon in the big blind. Mike will start this off with a limp. Could be limping with bad intentions. I'm sure he's pretty much ready to call off Lakai's move. He might even check his ace here. Watch him get sneaky. Gonna try to maybe bait. There's the check. Gonna bait Lakai into trying to bluff this spot. Maybe check again. That's nasty. Two checks by Mike Manlapas, completely disguising his ace. Gonna try to check call Lakai down to the felt. Lakai now hits the 8. If Michael checks again, Lakai should be checking behind. He will not fall for that. But I think the way Michael Manlapas played it
Ay, pero ba yun? Lahat tapos na?
was a line that made more chips than if he had played it straightforward.
Ginamit yung board.
If he raised three, he would have just taken down the blinds and antes. If he bets out on the flop, he just takes down an empty pot.
Minimum two pair.
Minimum 2 pair? Tumama?
Everything going the way
Umabot na
of DJ
showdown?
Mike right now.
Buti na lang meron, no? Kasi may showdown.
It, it was two pair. Was it? Was it 8-6?
Pag walang showdown,
Bad intentions.
buti nagkataon meron.
Jats under the gun. Getting down to the gates of Shovesville, but not quite there yet. Triffy, if he falls here, will give June Mandala another opportunity to shove very lightly. This should be enough.
7 all in.
90 million is the verbal declaration, but he is 1,000 times smaller.
Pwedeng sabihin. Ako gusto ko rin yan.
That's Chris right. More callers means more likely June gets eliminated. But I think he will get one caller as Michael Manlapas. Wait, who is in the big blind? Lemmer? He's in the big blind with Queen 10. He's gonna make this call. Queen Mandala is ahead. You know what? Those of you who are superstitious or those of you who use data to prove it, both of that school of thought can say this. The player that cripples you is often the player that finishes you. Let's see if this holds true as Lemmer spikes the 10. A gut shot and one overcard for Jun Mandala try to survive needs a queen or a king. Lemmer is now ahead after being slightly behind pre-flop. He crippled Jun Mandalo. Can he finish him? There's the ace. Does not change anything. Now 3 out. It does change something. Eliminates the king from being an out. And Jun Mandalo has been eliminated. Finished what he started. Both times he was behind to Jun Mandalo, and both times he ended up ahead. Jun Mandala finishing 7th with a modest payout of 12,500. 6 players left here at the final table of the Metro Weekend Special 500K Guaranteed Edition. Next week, we'll be looking at 50 million in the guarantee. What, 100 times what these guys are playing for now. Make sure you're tuned in. That is a big weekend coming up. Long weekend. We got holidays. We got the Philippine Poker Millions, and somewhere in between there is my birthday. So a lot to look forward to. But right now, we're looking for a champion in this weekend special, live streaming from the Metro Card Club in Pasig City. Jasper will open almost every time it's folded him in any position, hijack or later. It helps that he's got a suited almost connector. Michael Manlapas, he can tend to flat call with these kind of hands. He loves the suited cards. And he's done really well flopping draws and playing them super aggro.
Can we raise to 400?
Raise. The race is better because they are both deep. Love this pressure from Michael Manlapas. It eliminates any other possible callers. And of course, Jasper is not going to mess with a one man who can really put a dent in him. Unless he sees it as the glass is half full, that it is the one man who can really pay him off. They are pretty deep, both about 1.8 million deep. They're both 2 million deep.
Aminin mo na naman yung board eh.
Yun yung pinaabot sa board.
Ayaw na ng board eh.
8 minutes to go in this level. And with that, DJ Mike has taken the lead from Jasper the Explorer. I can step away to take a drink, but Lakai is a short stack that might make a move at any time, so stay glued as we have hot sauce in the house,
Sana yung ano,
railing from Lakai from Taiwan. Hot sauce getting some Taiwanese action. I'm sure he's loving it over there. Jasper under the gun.
9 race
Well,
na lang.
no breaks on this man. Raised to 90,000. Observe, though, gentlemen, that he raised with a stack of white chips, which is a big tell that those chips are chips he's willing to surrender. Anytime you see a guy raised with the lowest denomination chips, always consider re-raising them. And this is one such case. If Lemmer can pick up that tell, he should be three betting here. It's a very reliable tell. But Lemmer does not pick it up. Trippy does not have the hand to do it with, so Jack gets away with it there, but he's got to be careful. He's betting, he's making his pre-flop bets. Subconsciously, they're coming out differently. You want to make all your movements the same as much as possible for balance, or ultimately go the other way and make no movements the same. But that's so much harder, unsustainable to do it that way. It's just easier to make everything balanced when you play poker. Same bet sizes, same movements, same amount of time to act.
10 fold. 1 fold.
Hold it around.
Four fold.
Not Yats would make a move there, but decided against it. Now blind versus blind. I like Triffy's hand, and Triffy is pretty aggressive blind versus blind. And an aggressive call to complete his small blind there.
Flop.
Jasper gets a free look. Nice flop for Triffy. Bit of a hit and a gut shot. Running out still to a nut flush. Jasper got a piece of it.
6
This
bet.
might go bet call one time. Let's see how long Jasper can hold on to that pair of fives.
9 fold. 10.
Time for a turn. And wow. Got the wheel straight and the nut flush draw.
Ace 10.
What an improvement on the turn. Triffy checks, just like players checking when they fill up to a full house. Triffy checks when he fills up to a straight. Can try to get action. Last chance to get paid here for Triffy Montebon. He should be swinging for the fence here.
6 bet. 200.
That board is bluffable
200.
because of the three hearts showing. And that's why Jasper might be willing to make a hero call. Of course, he's losing to an ace. He's losing to a deuce. Losing to any hand with hearts. Too many hands that beat him. Not enough bluffs to catch. That is the meme of the night. Ang ganda ng board. Therefore, bet. Michael sitting at 2.2. Lakai wondering what happened to his stack. And the answer is he was playing with a laser pistol. It went spew, spew, spew. And now he needs to grind it back somehow. He will be under the gun here with pocket nines. Perfect timing. And he's gone all in with 125,000. We'll get a courtesy call from DJ Mike. But let's see if anyone else takes the.
Asking out of
Oh, somebody acted out of turn. and will get a penalty. Who was it? Lemmer, is he really trying to find a call here with ace deuce? So many other players left to act. I mean, how desperate does he think Lakai is that he's willing to ISO him with ace deuce?
Ha? Ganda ng board. Yung mga ganun, yung mga
Wow.
one card na board.
Lemmer is calling. He's flatting 125,000. I think he's trying to get other people to flat behind. I'm not sure
Kalaban mo, chip leader.
what the method to this madness is, but I guess he's trying to get DJ Mike to cooperate from the big blind and maybe Jasper also from the small. Lemmer is sending Morse code signals to the gentlemen in the blinds by making this flat call. He's asking them to flat along
Nine
and
fold.
expect the three of them to check it down. It's not fair to Lakai, but it's not illegal either.
Ten fold.
Wow. DJ Mike got out of the way there. He had the best price and the best odds to call. He got out. Now these two gentlemen are going to try to cooperate. That is no longer necessary as Lemmer hits his ace, but expect some checking here. Lemmer will bet his ace now that he's hit it. Will he? Jasper only has a 5.
75.
Lakai's pocket nines are now dead in the water.
5 more suit.
Well, looks like Lemmer
30.
getting a little extra jelly on his dough as he gets Jasper to call. And with his second ace showing up, Jasper might be more than willing to call another small bet. You got to think though, is Lemmer really just betting a flush draw here? Because if he hit the ace or the 8, he's behind. So what does he think he's beating if Lemmer bets? Lemmer stack getting really short. 585 in the pot. He's got 255. I'm not sure you want to go all in. Trying to milk it. 150, that's enough.
25.
Jasper's gotten out the way. Lakai will see the bad news. Lemmer already takes the side pot, but Lakai's got 2 outs to stay in this game. His pocket nines are behind. His tournament life at risk.
Okay na. Okay na? Okay na, brother?
Time to call the announcer.
Brother.
Well, she just rivered it with no ceremony.
Sir.
And Lakai is unceremoniously booted in 6th place after being the tip leader at the final table beginning.
Hindi,
Such is
kumul ka
the
sa bar, kaya
swings
sabi
of
mo,
tournament
meron pa rin.
poker. And
Kakakatabi
then
ko
there were 5.
May singko ako.
Lights are up to 20,000, 40,000, 40K BB ante. I will be taking a water break. There are no real short stacks left in place, so
Pag may 5, alam ko na tatamaan.
I hope nobody busts while I step away.
Kanina, 8-5 ako sa'yo. Sa kanya, 7-5.
24.
Suited lahat eh.
Pero hindi yung suit na nasa board.
Hindi yung suited lahat.
May alas ako doon. Naisip ko wala akong ano. Hindi ko ma-raise. Masyado malaki baka tapon. Muna ba?
Attention players, for those who would like to join another
All in.
2040 Patrick
They're all in.
we are around 500 and round to among 4,000. Please have your names, please have your reception room. Thank you.
Three oh four. Tama, 304. 9 fold. 10 fold.
Yat Xavier,
Got back just in time to see this mess
Jack Xavier
as
on
Yats has moved in
play.
all in from under the gun with 305,000,
Second play Jasper
betting on his
on
9-10 of
play.
hearts.
And Jack on
The
spade.
inferior hand, the inferior chip
Yat
stack.
back all
Jasper gonna
in
try to
with
take
the
him out.
nines.
Oh, the ace jack offsuit.
Jasper flop.
Chip,
Good luck.
chip command there.
Flop is seven of
7-5
clubs, nine of
queen.
clubs, and
Still
queen
clean for Jasper.
Jasper.
Yachts hunting for that 9 or
Jasper
10.
again with ace jack.
He's
Ace
not
jack
hunting
of
high or
diamonds.
low. He's hunting right down the middle, and 8 will also
7 is the
help
king
him.
of hearts. Good
3
luck for
has
Yats.
no
Silver
significance
card.
whatsoever to the cause of Yacht
Silver
Xavier.
card
And
is
with a
Jack
jack,
of
he is out. He has
diamonds.
missed the board entirely.
We're now
Bet
down
ka?
to four players.
Wow, back to back bust out as we are now at the final four of this weekend special, final day, final table. Live streaming from the Metro Card Club in Pasig. The final four players, DJ Mike Malapas,
Tumulak ka doon, kukulit ka.
Lemar Patulot,
Ano ba na mo?
yeah, Triffy Montebon, and
Tumulak ko ng konti.
Jasper.
Tumulak ka.
I don't want to murder his last name, Borstena.
Sir, on the big blind.
Double up sana.
Jasper had a chip lead for a bit, but the slow and steady rise of DJ Mike Malapas could not be
Whether 6
stemmed,
hindi ko, yeah.
and he has well over 2 million chips. Jasper back to 2 million after that win. Under the gun, a four-handed, every position is late position. Jasper opens with ace-3 of diamonds. DJ Mike with one of those DJ Mike hands. The kind of hands that can use the board. He will defend with Queen Jack of Hearts. He will keep the button. Lemmer can shove over these two gentlemen. He's got certainly options here. He can set mine with his pocket nines, or he can just squeeze here. He's facing a raise and a call. Ranges are weak. I think squeeze all in might be the best play. Yes, to consider it. It's between set mining or squeezing all in. Oh, please do not fold, sir. It's taking long enough. I think squeezing is the play. If you take this long and then you just flat call,
2 raise na 550.
yeah, if you take that long and just flat call, your hand is face up as a weak pair. So he has 3 bet to 550, virtually all in. No way he's ever folding to a 4 bet now. It's a move Triffy could have also made had Lemmer not been dealt the nines. Triffy's got king queen of clubs, but now he's facing a raise to call it a 3 bet. King queen looks like trash right now.
King.
Jasper cannot take this heat, and Michael only if he's feeling whimsical can he call Lemmer here.
Ay. Okay. Ano lang?
It's a shame. Michael would have wanted to flop something and gotten a whiff of the board texture. It's really a better way to play Queen Jack of Hearts with a board and not for flips. It's too much. Michael gonna risk 700,000 on this when he's built his stack so well on mid-size spot. He's yeah, this is definitely not the spot for it. Great squeeze by Lemmer. Great gain. Here he comes. Lemmer Batulot. It's a fixture of final tables at the Metro Card Club with just a dizzying amount of cashes in the past few months. Like he's cashing every week.
On the big blind.
Lines for 20,000, 40,000, with a 40,000 BB ante.
Kala ko call ka ulit, dinire-raise ko na. Sabi ko, nakarami na ito.
Marami ng silip.
Cha!
Pansilip eh.
Cha!
Taking a breather, but definitely not on break. Break comes in another 20 minutes and 50 seconds. That is the scheduled break. We play on level 27. Lines for 20,000, 40,000. Four-handed. As we come down to it, Lemmer seems to be peaking at the right time. He is trending upwards, while Jasper and DJ Mark are holding, and Triffy is
7.5
looking
dito.
for a spot
Hindi ko gagawin yan. Ilang ano
to
na
get
ako.
in this race.
Sa kanya lang talaga tumatama. Nung ka-table ko nung kanina yan. 7.5 yung ano niya. Technology niya.
Triffy got Jack 5 offsuit, not going to play the
Nanalo
button.
eh.
Blind versus blind, and it's
Magagawa
instantly
niya.
a walk for
5-7,
DJ Mike.
3-7. Jack 5. Favorite. Basta marami slot ko.
So pwede yan. Ano,
Hindi ako
kayang
angry.
tiisin. Kayang indahin.
Trippy under the gun with pocket threes. This is tricky to play. You open for 80K, can't really follow up on a lot of flops. You're really hoping to just take it down with no callers. He's gone for the larger amount, and the intention here is to take it down, but he is going to face resistance in the form of pocket jacks that Limmer is certainly going to think about three betting here. If he has position, but he has the worst hand. Limmer has, believe it or not, pocket jacks is a premium hand. No matter, despite all the memes and all the flack it gets, low key, it's a premium hand.
All in.
All in is the play. That's the signal for Trippy. Limmer does not do that lightly. Never showing up when pocket two's there. But pause for sadness because he could have raised 80 and tried to take it down, but he tried to put a little more sauce on the raise, which resulted in him losing more chips when it got re-raised.
Hindi, sinabi ko na kayo.
Also note, little tip, it's what I call the butal bet. Butal is a Tagalog term
Last ante.
for those of you who only speak a foreign language. But when a player bets butal, it's usually weak. When you pick it up, you can raise over it. Chiffy left himself exactly 600,000. if the graphics are to be believed. We could be off. Sometimes the graphics round up, round off. Under the gun, Casper can open with King 7 of Hearts
Waiting
if
for
he
sir
wants to
9.
stay active.
9 raised to 100.
100,000 is the choice. 2.5x. And Lemmer will find himself another 3 bet.
Two fold.
He did not want to look 3 bet mad. So he just flatted here. And now Trippy's got 9. This has got to be a 3 bet shove. Lemmer was in a similar spot not a few hands ago, facing a raise and a call. You have pocket nines in the big blind. Pop quiz, what do you do? Triffy Montebon has the answer. The answer is re-raise all in. As Phil Gordon puts it, the chip sandwich. The initial raiser has the weaker range. Once he's out of the way, the initial caller normally follows suit. But in this case, Lemmer called with a really, really good hand. And he might take a flip here, except the price is 560,000. Lemmer would have to think about this one. Jasper, not so much. He should have been in the muck by now.
9 fold. 460 more.
Yep. The ranges the Triffy can do it with include a lot of smaller pairs. They do not include ace 10, I think. A lot of ace queen, smaller pairs. So that entire range, for most of it, might be ahead of the ace jack. But Lemmer is getting a bit of a discount, 460 to win 800. He's gonna make the call. Also, he's under repped his ace jack of diamonds by flatting. It's not as weak as Triffy might have thought, but Triffy is ahead here. Got a spot to double up. Lemmer trying to bust him. Triffy's tournament life at risk, but he is ahead with pocket nines. Oh, two diamonds on the board. It's a sweat. 13 out with two cards to come. I was about to say 13 ouch, which is also true because this is ouch when it hits. And what a relief when it misses. Griffey has to enter the matrix and dodge bullet. One bullet left. It is the queen. It's clean. If he has a full house, he doubles up. Lever is down to 680,000. Still four players remain in this weekend's special guaranteed final table. There you have it. Those are the stacks. 5.7 million chips in play. Triffy was blocking one diamond. That's exactly how we feel after dodging so many bullets. Thank you,
15 per
whatever Lord you believe in.
Sino siya? Pag-iisipan ko. Kasi wala eh, 11 big blinds na ako.
Interesting thought there.
Malabo na.
If Lemmer had shoved first, Triffy might be calling behind him. Same result, different route. Shout out to Woody in the background there. He can't hear me, but that's one of our favorite poker grinders.
small blind.
Favorite characters from Filipinos poker, Cool Bukul series.
100.
DJ Mike opens from under the gun with Queen Jack off. Lemmer looked like he was on the way to getting to the peak, but he took a slide there, hit a road bump, nasty bump in the form of Triffy's pocket nines, and now he's back on the bottom trying to play catch up to these guys. Ace 7 is not a hand to do it with. Triffy will take a break with 8-4 offsuit in the small blind. So How wide can Jasper defend his big blind? 7-3 offsuit. That's how wide. Once again, there's the tell I'm telling you about. I hope you watch this later, Jasper. You just called with all your white chips. Big time tell. It means those chips are expendable. You're willing to lose them. And meanwhile, DJ Mike's hit the jack, plus the ace smashes into his raising range. He should be betting here, but he has hit his ace before. This time he's checked his jack for showdown value. Board's getting scarier. Let's see if Jasper makes a move. But if anyone knows how to use the board, these players might say DJ Mike is the man for that job. Scary board, double drawing now. Jasper, does he want to be a hero with a 3? Wow! With all the Broadway cards on the board, he has no respect for Michael's range. He's really called him with a 3 there. This is going to go check, check. I think the best route for DJ Mike is mostly to take his jack to showdown, but if he feels he's up against the king, he can't really bluff that guy out anyway. So check, check. Jasper will show 7-3 offsuit. Little donation to DJ Mike.
Gusto ko lang makita baraho eh.
And Jasper just revealed the reason for the questionable call with a 3 is the call for information. And he got his information.
Okay.
I like calling for information on the river, but on the turn you have no idea how much you have to pay to get there. Pretty risky. Lemmer with King 7 gonna make a move from under the gun. We are four-handed, so Lemmer will use that gear shift. And DJ Mike can defend from the big blind. He might even re-raise here. Lemmer's raised to 105. That's 575 behind. Wow.
Wow.
DJ Mike not feeling it. Folds the ace. Real tight.
Ayaw niya isa eh. Ano mga Queen Jack?
Ayok sa respect.
Ayaw.
Di man lang
DJ Mike has been dealt a lot of Queen Jack tonight.
Bulat lang tayo, walang basas. Lahat premium. Hindi ako pwede platform. Babalik ako lang siya utupin. Yun lang yun. Babalik ako siya utupin.
Well, they are giving Lemmer an opportunity to chip back up. That is a very dangerous thing to do, as that is a man who has been so deep in these weekend special runs and these daily runs. Metro Team Pro, you want to keep him down. And like I said, he's speaking at the right time, four-handed. What a time to inch up closer to a million. Now he's facing a button raise. He's got the Merchant Donnies, the 10-8 suited in the big blind. I think he can defend here, although it's a significant amount of change. Might be a little too costly. Maybe it was a click raise, he defends. But this is 3.5x, almost 4x. And that is why Lemmer cannot defend. Everybody in the running.
Big blind.
Lemmer has 18 bigs. Everyone else has more. All stacks are playable, as we have the last four players duking it out for this weekend special 500K top prize.
Tapos masentro
Top
ka na.
prize of six digits, close to 150,000. I know he opens wide, but seven deuce, you gotta be kidding me, Jasper.
Pawok naman.
Okay, man is normal. That's in the muck,
Bawal
Mike.
walk dito sa table.
On the
Ba't yun?
button.
Wala sa vocabulary yun.
Walang
But
walk.
cold, we're down to the blinds.
Ay, ayan na naman
Blind
tayo.
versus blind. Lemmer
Call.
Wala sa
will attack with a
vocabulary
limp.
namin.
Walang walk sa table.
Trying to see a flop. Triffy will check his option.
Heads up.
Jack 4-2. Nobody has anything. First player to bet will win this.
Or do spades.
It is unraised spot. I don't see Triffy having any interest in this whatsoever. And it goes check, check. Now Lemmer can bet his king as he is paired up on the turn. It is a weak king with no kicker. Gonna check and try to check call here. Two checks is the signal for Triffy to take a shot. Takes a shot here. And that's what Lemmer was hoping for. When you have a hand that's one pair, you're either way ahead or way behind. And the line you want to take is the check call. Hopefully, don't have to check call two big streets. But he might have to check call a second street here because Triffy cannot win with nine high. So he will fire on this river.
Check.
It's just a question of how much. Ah, Triffy surrenders wisely. Has figured out that Lemmer is in check call mode and therefore unbluffable. Lemmer getting larger, looming larger in the rear view mirrors.
Oo, nakalimutan ko yun. Dapat ganun.
New deal here. 4 minutes to go in this level, and the players will take a scheduled break, and so shall we.
10 call.
DJ Mike, nothing 6 deuce. Lemmer will raise the button with his ace jack of spades. The question is how much? Blinds are 20,000, 40,000 with a 40,000 BB ante.
Two racing.
105,000. I'm surprised they still have these white chips in play. Uh-oh, Triffy's got ace queen of clubs. He might be 3-bet. Might be an order here. And if he ships it outright, Lemmer would have something huge to think about. He's in a small blind, does not want to let the big blind into this game. He makes it 400,000.
400.
It's not very often that someone is bluff 3-betting from the small blind.
Two all in.
Wow, Lemmer didn't take time to think about it. He is dominated here. Lemmer just casually 4-bet shoved Triffy. Instant calls. He is ahead. He dominates Lemmer. Lemmer could be out here.
Jack of spades called by Triffy.
What a big turn of events.
Ace queen of
You might say Lemmer overplayed that,
Suited, ano?
but he put Triffy on a much wider range. Thought he could 4-bet him off the hand. As it stands, Triffy is ahead.
spades.
10-8-3, still ahead with ace queen. Lemmer needs a jack to survive.
Para magkagulo na.
50. It's closing in on the 2 million mark. He just needs to dodge some bullets. Uh-oh.
Nananalo si Lemon.
It's not the first time Lemmer is going runner here. He can win with a jack or a 9.
Kaya mo!
Covered ba?
Twice, twice in one night, Lemmer facing elimination goes runner, runner, one card straight, and he now cripples Triffy Montebon.
920.
Wow. Triffy, you are not covered, but you will be crippled down to just a bit, just under 200k chips. What a sick run out. Lemmer did it to June Mondalo earlier. He's done it to Triffy now. Dominated, but winning with runner, runner, one card straight. Runner, runner, chicken dinner.
Ay, meron pa pala. Kala ko covered.
Wow. We're going to play one more hand before the break. And it might be Triffy's last hand. He will be paying 20,000 being in a small blind here. Nope, he's on the button. Woo,
Oo naman.
that was kind of sick. Well, he can't win a tourney without winning a few flips, but that was beyond the flip.
Nakadalawang runner-runner nga ng final table.
That's right, Triffy called it. Two in one night.
Card straight ulit.
We are all feeling the pain of Triffy Montebon. We've been there. We've also done that to others. Emerson under the gun, 6'9" offsuit. You might want to take it easy. Chill here. After using his one time for a second time, Triffy has the same hand, 6'9" offsuit.
6 fold.
Jasper blind versus blind, certainly going to open with ace jack offsuit.
160.
Makes it 160. DJ Mike can defend with his favorite hand of the night. He's gotten this hand so many times, I can't even count. It's Queen Jack of Diamonds. And DJ Mike will certainly defend. Plus, he will have position. And he's basically been outplaying everyone in post flop.
I love!
What do? You outflop a guy. Jasper flops an ace and tries to hide it.
Check.
Michael also hides strip queens. It's filled up to a full house. Jasper's going to be in a world of hurt. He does have two pair aces and queens. The jack doesn't matter. Michael's going to try to
Check.
milk this for what it's worth. I think he should go for a pot-sized bet here. An ace would be willing to pay. A jack would be willing to pay. Only 250. It's a very small value bet. Jasper will check and call this one. No reason to raise. DJ Mike tries to imitate the stance of someone bluffing, but someone's bluffing would move a lot less. And Jasper has to make that call. And DJ Mike, hand of the night, Queen Jack, gets him another pot. You have the revised chip counts here. Triffy in deep danger and no leverage for ICM discussion as we enter this break. We will be right back.
Second ko na para makatipid eh.
Ay, 5,000.
Papalitan na natin. Sa 700. Sa 700. Okay na to. 400. May 250. Wala na natin. 250.
Bro, chip pa tayo? Chip pa tayo?
Ito, bilong na.
Alam mo na yun? Ito ba ba magbilang?
Jasper.
Tama ba to?
1 million.
Hindi, ano lang yan?
1.8.
1.8.
2 million.
2 million. 2.580 nga.
2 million 580.
Ano ba lahat to? Sa kanya lahat to? Hindi, ewan ko.
Wala to. Apat na lang sila eh.
Ewan ko kung kanino to. Oh. Itabi mo na. Wala kung may auto, wala pa nakalagay na out dun. Alam, pangit nito. Sir, pwede ba palitan ng ano? Dealer's chair? Hindi nga eh. Oh. Wala nga oh. O, dun na. Di ba yan? Wala. Ganun pa din eh. Baba Ray, ako na lang yan. Dealer's chair. Yan, ito na lang. Ito na.
special final labeled is submitted by KC.
Hello po.
Lines, 30,000, 60,000.
Sakit sa tenga. Ba't naririnig ko pati yung banda sa yung bar nila? 30-60. Oo, naririnig ko. Kaya sakit sa tenga. Sakit sa tenga, babe. Okay. Ang sensitive nitong ano.
That is a.
Kaya nung seat to, 8?
It's quite a sight.
9.
Triffy Montebon having just a handful of chips after being on the cusp of having close to 2
6
million
call.
on the previous hand. Final four players, Triffy on a very short leash with 130,000,
9, race
while
mo dyan.
Jasper has dwindled down to 1 million after messing one time too many with DJ Mike. Gonna mess with him again.
10 fold.
Limmer can defend with Jack 10 of diamonds now that he has a stack. Jasper's open with Queen 10 off. Limmer in the big blind with Jack 10 suited diamonds. Limmer now out chips Jasper. Once
10
upon a
7.
time, the chip leader.
Call. 2 call, heads up.
Lemmer reluctantly calls, feels like something is up. He now has a gut shot, but it's a horrible gut shot because the board is all spades, queen, 3, 8, top pair for Jasper. Lemmer can only win with a 9. Huh, did somebody
10
fold?
7.
Yeah, a 9 that isn't a spade. It's very slim. Slim to none, his chances.
2 bet,
And yet,
160.
somehow he's decided to bluff into this
9
monochrome
call.
board. Jasper has
Turn.
top pair with a middle flush draw. Of course he calls. Lemmer will have to fire 3 barrels or surrender right here and now. If he fires another one, he's going to bloat the pot and it's going to be hard to give it up. I think he took his one shot.
10
Oh, he's
bet.
going for it.
2 bet.
200,000. Can he convince Jasper that he
2
flopped the
bet,
flush?
220.
Yikes, 220 Jasper. If he likes his queen with a flush draw, he's shipping it here. SPR1, top pair with a weak flush draw. What do you do?
9 call.
Just calling. I hate to see Jasper call this much and give up when the river is a spade. It's a blank. So if he is not believing Lemmer has the flush, he's going to call. Can Lemmer bet another 600,000? He dug himself a really deep hole here, and he dug it with his fingertips, not even with a shovel. Got a lot of chips to get here with nothing.
10 7.
Be a shame to check surrender here. Got one time bank. That
2
is not
bet.
going to do
2
it. Too
bet.
small. 220. Jasper got all the way here. How can he fold? 11% of the pot is what he has to call. How much better is 590 than 350? What is he saving those chips for? If he's folding here, he should have folded a turn.
9 fold.
My goodness, what a tiny third barrel that Lemmer fired, but it got the job done.
Small bet.
Old schoolers call that the post oak bluff. When your bluff bet size is so small, it's screaming value.
Ay, no?
Wow, 3 barrels.
Big blind ba siya kanina, be?
What I said about an
Ay,
hour ago when people empty the clip and fire 3 barrels,
mali ako nung
there's
nag-click.
like this much bluff and
Tinignan
this
ko si
much
Spade
nuts.
eh.
It's not even 50-50.
Hmm? Batang 10 ba?
A lot of bluffs in that
Sabi
range.
ko, ikaw unang tumaya eh. Ito ano talaga eh, hindi naman ako pwedeng umano eh. Ayoko naman i-all-in, baka meron ka talaga.
Huh.
Kaya na
That's
ako tumaya,
exactly
kasi
why
pati spade yung
50
binili ko,
bets
kaya ako
small.
tumaya. Kasi pag spade ka lang, pupun ka na rin.
Lemmer read that right, except he did not read the Jasper at top pair.
9-fold.
I think decision time for Jasper was the turn. That was shove or fold, in my own
10-fold.
uneducated opinion.
Kaya
We
7
move
na
on to this hand. We are blind versus blind. Lemmer against Triffy. Probably has to put him all in every chance he gets. Triffy not going to fold.
Okay.
Dominated pa
And
lang
it's
yan.
it. Once again, the player that cripples you might be the player that finishes you, and Lemmer is going to prove that point now. He's got Trippy dominated. Jack 6 of hearts against 10-6 offsuit in a blind versus blind battle. Trippy struggling for tournament life in the respirator. 70K is all he could put in. Needs a 10 to win, and only a 10. And he does not want to hit a 10 of hearts either, because that gives Triffy a redraw. This could be the quiet, sad end to what was a great run by Triffy Montebon. I'm going to read his obit right here and now. An 8 will chop. Whoa, he got the chop. He got the chop. Take your seat, sir.
Chap-chap ata.
Two pairs, sixes and eights with a queen kicker.
Chap-chap na.
If he didn't know it, well, good thing you're within earshot. He is still in the running.
Nice.
Hmm? Magkano total? 100, sarado. Okay. Sir, sa'yo.
Nice
Small, big.
chop. With that chop, Trippy only loses half his ante. Still got 100,000, but he must post 30,000 in the small blind here. Still alive. Let's hope we can see him kicking. He wasn't kicking that last hand. He was out kicked, but he managed to find a way to survive that. And, we want to see it as the beginning of a stellar comeback. DJ Mike under the gun 7-3 off to
10-fold.
not need to be frisky with it.
2.
Lemmer's got king queen off on the button. That's the raise. Makes it 130,000. What? 170,000. My bad. Triffy all in with king 9. Wow. Once again dominated. Triffy can't catch a break. But look at it this way. Lemmer survived twice when he was dominated. Maybe that's what you need to do is come in dominated. Triffy, yet again, he just can't get all in with a live card. Dominated by Lemmer once again. Rubber match for these two. Lemmer won big the first time. It was a draw the second time. Now Triffy fighting for his tournament life third time against Lemmer. Still dominated. King on the window changes nothing. Triffy will need a 9 or running straight to give Lemmer a dose of his own medicine. Jack ace. There's half of it. Now he can chop with an ace, chop with a king. 9 no longer plays, but there are more outs now. No. Trippy Montebon, sad to see you go. A fixture at these Metro Live stream final tables. He will walk away in fourth place, and we have three players remaining.
And we are down our
No
final
chop, no
three
chop.
players.
Hmm? Seat 3 na? O sige, seat 3 ka na daw. Para di ka daw may
Lemmer is trending up. Jasper is trending down. DJ Mike is holding steady with what I believe is the chip lead. 5.7 million chips in play. DJ Mike has close to half of that amount. But with his third place finish, Jasper Brisenis will be coming away with the best live cash in his young career. Already a W. But he'll need to battle back because he's been bleeding,
10 seconds.
playing a little too loosey-goosey, and getting outplayed by DJ Mike.
3-fold.
Lever under the gun, blind versus
9
blind.
all
Once
in.
again, advantage in position to DJ Mike. Jasper with the outright shove, and DJ Mike's going to call him with pocket threes. King Jack, 2 overs
Heads up.
versus pocket threes of DJ Mike. DJ Mike has had Jasper's number all night. He might take his hat in this hand as
And
well.
another all-in situation here. Jasper
Only slightly ahead, ever so slightly ahead as
King
pocket threes.
shutdown called by the
Always a
dealer.
risk of getting
Pocket
counterfeited.
Alright, dealer, this is done.
And already in the bag, not quite. Has to duck two out, but Jasper looks like he's about to double up here.
28 and 3. Dealer is in the third.
Jasper's pretty like Chris. Dodging bullets there.
For Michael.
Alas na rin.
DJ Mike needs three to bust Jasper. Not gonna happen. Went to the left, went to the right. Couldn't get it right down the middle. And Jasper survives back to 1 million chips
472. 4-7.
after a spewy last hour. He is back to about 18 bigs.
Ayan. No chop. Magalingan
If
tayo
he's taking
dito.
bets now, Lemmer's got a huge advantage. I don't think they're gonna have any ICM discussions until either the next break or until they figure out how if Jasper's gonna survive and stop the bleeding. DJ Mike's still in a good spot, 2 million chips.
9-fold.
Jasper holds the button. DJ Mike might give Lemmer a walk here. It's a walk. Then Lemmer gets on base for 30K. Now the chip lead with 2.7 million. See there, 5.7 million total chips in play. Jasper, a little bit relevant still with 17 bigs and three-handed.
Sir, big 9.
Definitely in the running. But his position is not ideal.
Oo nga. Kailangan natin ng ano. Red horse.
Michael's gonna open with King 2 of clubs. Opens on a button with a limp. Lemmer's got an ace. Gonna limp along.
Option.
I think Jasper should be swiping at this.
Ganda lang tayo.
Two limpers in front of him.
Mga,
In the big blind, he takes a swipe at the pot, moves all in with King 10 off.
760
It's
total. 10
Lemmer can call this.
760.
Michael, not so much.
60.
So Michael has folded up to Lemmer. It's so borderline because he has a weak ace. If Jasper is doing this with ace X,
10
7 is less than X a lot of those times. Was ace nine or higher, I think Lemmer might lean towards calling. This one he has to fold. Nice move, nice pickup by Jasper. He is still in this. Trying to gain ground, take a few clean corners, and gain on DJ Mike. $15 to go. We are at level 28. Blinds are 30,000, 60,000. You are watching the final three players. Final day, final table of the Metro Weekend Special 500K edition. Lemmer Patulot in the chip lead. First to act on the button there.
Three fold.
He will fold it to Jasper Borstena. Got the 9-10 of diamonds. He's been in a shovey
Nine
mood.
raise
Why
7.
stop now? This time he's just gone for 120. Wow, DJ Mike once again with Queen Jack suited for the 78th time tonight. And we've only played 52 hands. I don't think he's lost with his hand. He's hit full houses,
Heads up.
he's check raised draws and taken down pots, and now he dominates Jasper's suited hand. 8 queen, gut shot for Jasper, who was the raiser, might want to bet here. And DJ Mike probably
9
gonna string
bet.
him along to the bitter end. That is a big bet. It might be big enough. Well, if Mike calls this one, Jasper is gonna really blow his stack in the next hand, in the next street. There's the call. If there's so much as hits Jasper, he will be in trouble. Now a double belly. You know what they say, when your hand improves, fire again. And there's certainly a second barrel card for Jasper, except his SPR1, he might have to shove here. And DJ Mike is going to snap this up.
10 seconds. 9 all in.
There you go. It's snap call by DJ Mike. He's not afraid of king, queen, or ace, queen at all. He's got Jasper drawing to 7 straight outs. Double belly. 9 will not do it. 10 will not do it. It's got to be the jack or the 7. And the only reason there aren't 8 outs is because Michael is blocking one of the outs with a jack of spades in his hand. Tournament live at risk for Jasper. 7 outs, 1 card to come. He hit it, but it's not a strong enough hit. He didn't want a pair, but that's what he got, and he is out in 3rd place. And end of the line for Jasper. Best cash of his young career, 58,000.
Sir, palipat na lang.
Bringing that cash home.
Ka daw po dun.
We're now down to 2 players. We are heads up. These guys are going to transfer seats so we get a better view of them. They get a better view of each other. And also, I expect them to take a break to discuss some ICM matters. So,
Button
I
7.
think we should be taking a break. But let's see what develops here. If they immediately play on, they might play out the 12 minutes before discussing ICM. I don't know. I think they should discuss it right now. They are pretty much dead even. Virtually even. It looks like it's 2.7 versus 3 million chips. And we will take that break.
4, nasa 4 siya.
Palit na rin tayo. Talagang 600.
Pwede yung break muna, pero compute, no?
Oh, sige daw.
Ano ako, wait this up. This is 2. This is 1M, di ba?
1,
2. 6, 2.6. 2.6.
2,640,000. Ben. 640 si ano. si Lemore. Tama? Oh my God.
It's 2.8. 2.9. 150. Tama? So, 2.900. Hindi, ano ba?
Hindi, 2.2. 2.250. 200
3 na. 3 na.
3 pala, 3 million 50 be. Tama? Tama daw po. 3 million 50. Button 7. Hi. Oh my God. Hindi ko alam. Ay. Para sa ano? Sa trophy. Pero ano na ba sila, be? Chop na sila? Chop na ba sila? Hindi. Tari na ako naka-wine glass. Ay, ano yun eh? Margarita glass yan eh. Ay, hindi champagne. Ay, hindi. Pag naka-break, hindi naman ito lumalabas ito pag break. Hindi naririnig. Huy! Dal-dal ko pa rin. If you see the blood. Ayan, 5 minutes na lang. Hindi lang. Break na. Sana out na kami. Patanggal ko na yung baso dyan. Service! B, patanggal daw. Ay. Tsaka, ay may bag eh. Yorong lang. Okay, Lemar. Naobe, thank you. Small big.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Opo.
Ano ba guys?
30-60.
Sinong big?
We resume here.
Big blind.
Final two
Small
players.
lagi yung ano, dealer po.
Lemor Patulot, currently
Autostat.
ranked 88th on the Philippines all-time money list, against Michael Malapas, who himself has total live earnings of close to 2 million. You might say that the experience is about even, but the repetitions might favor Lemmer, who seems to be really playing every single day
Floor.
and has massively improved in such a short span of time. Michael Malapas enters with a chip lead as we are heads up here. 3,050,000 up against Lemmer's 2.64 million. Not much of an edge, which is why they made a deal. And the ICM numbers are pretty close together. Michael has guaranteed himself 117, just under 118,000. And Lemmer has guaranteed himself just under 114,000. Really, just a 4,000 peso difference in the payout. That's as close as you can get. They are playing for the trophy and a prize pool set aside of an extra 25,700 and change. Start out as even as you can get. But DJ Mike draws first blood here. We are going to enter the 54th hand of this final table. You're watching the final two players on the final day, final table of the Metro Weekend Special, live streaming from the Metro Card Club. Hey, late shout out to Christian Tello and Bronze, watching while playing. I won't say what you're playing or where. And shout out also to Diego Habana. Coming in late, Paulo Mendez watching from Indianapolis. This is Metro Family. Well, with a live stream, you get to be, not really with them, but you can keep tabs on all your friends and favorite players and all your frenemies that you might have at the Metro Card Club. We are live streaming from the Metro Card Club in Pasig. Local time in the Philippines, 11:55 p.m., 5 to midnight. And for these two so close to the finish line, but they are neck and neck as they try to outcross each other. This pot has been kept pretty small. Lemmer now in the lead with a pair of tens on the turn. DJ Mike. So many outs for DJ Mike. He's got the flush outs, the double belly straight outs. The king is also an out. How can he not call? It's just impossible not to call here. And that's one of the cards that doesn't help DJ Mike. A disappointing river after so many perceived outs. 18 outs on the turn. None of them came. DJ Mike would check surrender here. Then we're going to value bet his 10. Interesting. Thinks he might get called by a pair of eights, pair of sixes. Why not?
90.
It's thin, but not that thin. DJ Mike with a bluff catcher. Turns his bluff catcher into a bluff. Check raises the river. Wow. What can Lemmer put him on? Smooth call on the turn. Could be a made flush. Could be a made straight. Daring check raise here. This one here is polarizing. There's a lot of nuts in the way DJ Mike has played this. Check call the turn. Check raise the river. Could easily have a flush. Lemmer has top pair. No kicker. This is a hero call if he can ever make one. He cannot make this one. Hero raise. There is no quit in DJ Mike when it comes to trying to take a pot. And he took that one by force. A river check race bluff that we hardly see, but when we see it, it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, Lemmer might have this young veteran experience, but DJ Mike can just get so out of line and so tricky. He showed Lemmer he could check a full house so easily at river check race. Can have a lot of nuts in it. DJ Mike limps the button. Lemmer checks the option. We go to the flop 10-7-3. DJ Mike has bottom pair. Lemmer, queen high. Flop goes check, check.
Check,
Michael's still in the lead as they will keep checking.
check.
And with the two there, Lemmer has some showdown value, but ultimately not good enough. Michael takes another pot here as he builds his lead, but not quite as commanding yet as he would like. 3.7 against 2 million. It's still pretty even. And heads up, it's really not commanding until you got a guy 4-1. 3-1 is not because if the guy doubles up, you're even. So DJ might kind of finish what he started. Lemmer, who peaked at the right time, also trying to close this out. Taking a step back now as Mike is pummeling him into a corner. But Lemmer still squaring up in the middle of the ring here. He is going to raise his button. King 4 offsuit. Blinds are 30,000, 60,000. Plenty of play. Michael folds. And Lemmer breaks the streak. Like throwing a jab out there when someone's trying to throw a combo. You can just break that combo and try to square up in the middle again. Still anybody's card game. Wow. Michael gives Lemmer a walk. Just trying to change things up, I guess. In this BB ante format, there's almost really no reason not to at least limp the button. Because you post a small blind, the other guy posts two big blinds. So it's 5-1. Those are the odds you're getting, and you're gonna have position. So with that kind of proposition, it's hard to imagine anything, any pair of cards that you're gonna refuse a 5-1 deal with. Lemmer calls 30 to win 150. It kind of balances out your range if you just want to keep limping the button too. So that when players try to raise you out like this, you can call and still have position.
All in.
Ginormous! Move over move! Look at this explosive action with a couple of dud hands. Michael made it 300 to go after Lemmer limped the button. Lemmer just shoved all in over it with Jack 6 offsuit. That's poker, guys. Not relying on the board. Just looking at that bet size that Michael made, and Lemmer figured out that a real hand might not have bet that much. 300,000 looked like a go away bet, and as Mike Carroll used to say, in poker, when you figure out what the other guy wants you to do, you just do the opposite. If you disappoint your opponent's expectations, you likely are going to take that pot.
Ang bilis mo mag-isip, di ka man lang nababawasan ng time bank. Oh. Wala pag-iisipan eh.
That's funny. It's true though. Michael's style is more decisive. Like he's, he bluffs fast, he bets fast, he checks fast. He's kind of already figured out his line before he takes it. No Hollywooding in this guy. Well, not tonight. Right now, dominated hand situation. Both have king high. This might chop by the river, although Lemmer picks up a gut shot, but Michael picks up the pot with a bet. A three high flush draw. Michael's still in the lead, but you know that's like playing Mario Kart and you're in the lead, but the guy's right behind you. That's really a volatile lead. You could lose that on any turn or straight.
Ano, okay yun?
Okay lang. Pero
We are in
race, 140,
and 60.
call.
Glimmer switches it up, raises the button to 140,000. King 8 offsuit. Michael defends with Jack 3 offsuit and spikes a Jack on the flop. He will check it to Lemmer, who will see bet
120,
70,000.
40.
Michael smooth calls with top pair, no kicker. 3 outs for Lemmer. He needs to hit a king.
Akala ko 120, dinito. Dinito
I
120.
thought the bet was 70. I mean, look at the chips there. And well, Michael is he's accidentally raised this because he chucked 120 in the middle. The dealer binded it to a min raise. You never know with DJ Mike if that really was an accident. And now Lemmer spikes an 8. He can hang with this middle pair. It goes check, check, and the river is not a spade, not an action killer. I think DJ Mike's going to go for value here. 180. Lemmer now has a bluff catcher, pretty decent one, can beat a 5, 2, or 4, so he makes the call. That turn card really took Lemmer to value town. Imagine he got value getting check raised on the flop, and now more value of the river. DJ Mike really milked that hand for pretty much more than what it was worth. Takes a pot of 280,000. Actually, it's 560,000, but he adds 280,000 to his stack. But we're still pretty much where we started. 3.6 against 2.1 million as we move to the next level of blinds, 40,000, 80,000 with an 80,000 big blind ante. Level 29. This is hand number 62. I don't even know why we're counting. It ends when it ends. It's not like they're playing to 100 hands. Michael, Jack 6 of hearts. Gonna complete his button. This time the Jack 3 shows up again in the big blind for Lemmer. Whoa, hello. That is a lot of cards for the flop. Normally you want 3, instead they got 5. I think they gotta call the floor, and the procedure would be to wash him up and pick 3. No, no, they gotta pause the clock, call the floor,
15 minutes
and
na
those
ganyan
2
eh.
cards have to go in the middle to be part of the mix, as the floor will randomly select 3 cards. You will wash and choose
15 minutes
3.
per level na lang.
Hey, Lemmer's right there. Normally, after ICM deals that is that close, they should have made the blind levels 15
Binabawasan
minutes.
na yung oras na per
Oo,
level.
15 minutes. Bawas ko na lang ngayon. Actually, itong level na to.
That's
Bali,
right.
instead of 20
So Lemmer is absolutely right.
Sige, sa
Ganito lang.
That is the standard here.
Tatlo.
Now here to resolve this issue, she will wash the 5 cards. She will flop 3 and put the 2 back.
Yan ang
Ayan.
open mo sa gitna. Tapos halo mo yan doon.
Okay.
Shuffle mo.
She needs to open the 3
Then,
Ito na yung flop.
and she will shuffle the
Shuffle mo
stuff.
rin yung ano.
shuffle.
That is the flop. Ace, queen, 5, rainbow. Nobody has a piece of this. Lemmer is hunting for a chop with a 5 or a win with a 3. He leads out on this one.
Tapos na.
Yeah, if Michael folds, they don't need to turn.
Nag-fold.
That
Nag-fold
will
si
save time. How
Vincent.
generous of Michael to just fold it and move on to the next hand.
Nag-bet siya 120. Fold si 7.
Where we sit for the final 2 players of this weekend special 500K special edition. Gets even more special next week. It's not a weekend special, it's the Philippine Poker Millions, 50 million guaranteed prize pool. Likely 10 to 15 million to the champ. That is barangay changing money.
Samantala, pag simula ng final table, nagpapa-page up lang ako.
Yeah, Lemmer did start the final table with a short stack, just trying to move up the pay ladder, and he's moved all the way up to just pretty much the same amount that Michael's gonna win.
Fold.
Lemmer flats the button.
Si 4. Fold.
It's an 80,000 big blind. Jack 9 of diamonds is what he has. Michael will raise with ace 8 of hearts. Of course, Lemmer will call along. And 2 very interesting hands. We'll see the flop. Michael in the lead with an ace high. 4, 5, 6. Gut shot for Michael. Ace high is ahead. He checks. Will Lemmer fire a float bet here? He only has Jack high. And the texture's not great. He will float. And we don't expect Michael to just give up on these gut shots.
Fold.
Bets 250. Michael calls, and if it's a heart, he's not going anywhere. Even better, he hit his gut shot. He's now got himself a straight. Meanwhile, Lemmer has 11 outs to a higher straight or a flush. This is an action card. And Michael is checked. Lemmer is all in with his gut shot and flush. Michael, of course, calls with his straight. He's got Lemmer in trouble, but that's 11 outs with 1 card to come. It's a little bit of trouble. You can see 3 times out of 4, Michael will be the champion. All in a call, Lemmer with the Jack 9 of diamonds flush draw. Gut shot to a higher straight. Michael is blocking that gut shot because he already has a straight. Will it be gut shot for gut shot? It is a miss, and Lemmer is eliminated in 2nd place. Michael Manlapas is the champion of this weekend special. And what a game he has played. I think he should take a photo with Queen Jack suited. That should be the MVP cards. But this one he finished with a suited ace 8. Michael Manlapas giving a lesson on how to play suited cards all night and how to play flops and use board textures. He beat a behemoth of a poker player in Lemmer Patula who really peaked at the right time. So we'll catch you next week. Big action, I promise you. If you're not in it, you need to watch it. Till then, it's Coach Ron checking out past midnight here. Thank you for watching the stream, and we'll see you soon.
Woo!